Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. We're back for a deadline stream for Gameweek 35. Hopefully, you all joined the stream on time. I actually had to bring the stream forward because I scheduled it for the wrong time, but it is fixed now. So, yeah, welcome, everyone. It's going to be a good stream, hopefully. Gameweek 35 today. I've got a few games on tonight, today as well, which should be good. We're going to watch them as well. So, yeah, if you are just joining in, guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream and also make sure you are subscribed as well to the channel. How you doing, Jordan? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. Another bank holiday weekend, lovely, and yeah, hopefully some nice football this weekend too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Let's quickly bring up our teams and talk about how we're lining up as well. Also, we'll answer your questions, guys. If you do have any questions regards Gaming 35, drop it in. Also, we're going to look at team news because I think some rumors going around there could be like benchings, etc. In terms of Man City, it's going to be interesting to see whether Alvarez starts or whether someone like Grealish is benched. So that's going to be interesting because if it is, then maybe we could do some early transfers. But yeah, I think that's the one we're looking out for, an early Man City team news. Nanje says, and literally as soon as I said that, good morning, guys. Any team news for Man City? So as of now, we don't have any. I saw somewhere it says Phil Foden is going to start. I'm hearing. I'm looking at City Extra on Twitter. They think Calvin Phillips to start and Phil Foden right wing. So if Calvin Phillips start, does that mean Rodri drops out? I don't know. That's what the City Extra have said. Calvin Phillips to start. I don't know how true that is. So if you guys are looking to make transfers, I will try and make your transfers a bit early, potentially, because there could be a crash. Who knows? Because obviously you saw last time what happened, the website crashed when everyone just went to do their last minute transfers. But yeah, it looks like there could be some rotation. And I mean, if I hear any news that Alvarez is going to start, I would be tempted to do Watkins to Alvarez. Honestly, I would be tempted. I think I would do it. But I need to get team news before I go there. Trippier, Shaw, Robbo, Jordan, start 2.
I'll probably start Trippier and Shaw because I would be a bit cautious about starting Robertson because he was benched, wasn't he, last game?
Yeah, he was. I mean, looking at it for me, I wouldn't want to bench Robbo. I think Robbo only got benched because obviously Liverpool had a lot of games in succession, and I'd expect Robbo to come back into the starting lineup. I would be surprised if Tsimikas starts again, even though Tsimikas did play pretty decent. I think Robbo does come back in. I would go Robbo and Trippier. I think if you've got Robbo, you have to play him, and if he gets benched, then no auto sub. So yeah, I'll definitely play Robbo. Relaxing time for me, says Colm. Transfers done and no mad rush to worry about. Jota and Shah out for Wilson and Stones. Good luck, guys. Yeah, they look like good moves. Wilson, obviously, ahead of that double in 36, looks like a nice move. Stones as well. We know Man City are doing really well. But yeah, defensively, maybe not as such Man City, but Stones has popped up with the odd goal in recent weeks. But yeah, I think this stream is literally going to be about what to do with the Man City players because they're the only major talking point. And looking at the fixtures, there is a little something exciting today because I believe for the first time, is it first time ever, or I know first time in a very long time, there's going to be a live football at 3:00, which is never ever the case in the UK. Man City and Leeds will be shown on TV at 3:00, obviously because of the coronation. That is now the reason why that football is being played. So that should be very interesting to watch, Man City Leeds. But the one thing I'm looking forward to is literally that lineup now. And Jordan, I need you to be on Twitter, etc. Just see if there's any early team news, because I know team news and ticks that account, that usually leaks the news. Hopefully that we hear information about Man City. But yeah, let us know what if you've got Man City assets, guys. What are the three you have? A lot of us do have triple City. Do you have Edison, Grealish, and Haaland like me, or do you have someone else like Jordan who's got Kevin De Bruyne? There's some people that have might take a punt on Foden, etc. On Jordan.
I was actually surprised because De Bruyne, speaking of him, he's the top transferred player out this game week, which I find absolutely crazy. 270,000 FPL managers have transferred out Kevin De Bruyne, and that was without team news of if he's going to start or if he's going to be bench or whatnot. So I feel like that's pretty risky. I'll say if he is to start in this Leeds game, that's a lot of managers that will lose out on De Bruyne if obviously he gets points in that game.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, you're a De Bruyne owner. He's back from injury, I believe. I think he's fully back now. So he could start this one. He could be benched as well, because as we mentioned, Man City do have Real Madrid on, was it Tuesday or whenever it is? I think it's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, night for me.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's going to be a good game. Colm says, rumors are Haaland starts today, and I think if he's fit, Pep will want to get some minutes into KDB. Yeah, I would be surprised if Haaland is benched. He's 35 goals. He's probably wanting to score even more. What I do think, though, Haaland will get an early benching, and he will get an early sub. So if Man City are winning comfortably, I think Haaland will come off possibly at half-time, possibly after 60 minutes, because on Tuesday, they have the massive game against Real Madrid. And I agree about KDB. You want to get some minutes into KDB, especially when you've got such an important game coming up. You want KDB looking sharp again in match fitness. So, yeah, I agree there, Com. But, yeah, Jordan, let's bring up your team, actually. I'm not gone through my team, am I? Yeah, so I'll quickly read off my team. So, Ederson in goal. I've got a back three of Estupiñán, Trent, and Trippier. I've got March, Mitoma, Rashford, Salah, Grealish in midfield. And up top, I've got Watkins and Haaland. I do have one free transfer, but as you guys are aware, I am going to roll my transfer and have 2 free transfers next week. So that's the plan. Haaland is captain, unless we hear that he's benched. If that's the case, I'll probably captain Salah. But look, we expect Haaland to start. On my bench, I've got Kepa, Shaw, Botman, and Greenwood. It's either Shaw or Trippier. Who do I play? And I've chosen to play Trippier. So that's the only dilemma in my team. Jordan, let's switch over to your team. Talk us through who are the 11 you're playing.
Okay, so starting off... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Starting off in goal, we have Steele. He's got Everton at home. At the back three, we've got Trippier, who's got Arsenal at home. Trent, who's got Brentford at home. And Shaw, who's got West Ham away. In the midfield, we've got Joelinton, who's got Arsenal at home. Mitoma, who's got Everton at home. Rashford, who's got West Ham away. And De Bruyne, who's got Leeds at home. Up front three, we've got Isak, who completes triple Newcastle, who has Arsenal at home. Watkins, who has Wolves away. And Haaland, who has Leeds at home. And on the team bench, Edison, who's got Leeds at home. McAllister, Everton at home. Mings, who's got Wolves away. And Kilman, who's got Aston Villa at home. And obviously Haaland is the captain this week. Okay,
obviously you've got a transfer. Are you still making that same transfer that you mentioned on team selection?
I am indeed. If you guys weren't there for the team selection, obviously I was planning to make a transfer, as I do have one free transfer this week, and I would actually switch to my other screen because I will do this transfer early, just in case.
Go on, what were you doing?
Just in case the website crashes for any other reason, but yeah. Basically, it is taking out Joelinton. A sideways move, probably, but it makes sense once I explain the rest. And bringing in Gibbs White, who has Southampton at home. Now, this is purely a 1 week punt because in game week 36, I do want to bring in Wilson as well to triple up on Newcastle when they have the double. And having Isak and Wilson is purely the reason why I transferred out Joel Linton, just because I have 3 Newcastle and I can't bring in another one. So I've had to take out Joel Linton, who's got Arsenal at home, which you could probably say hopefully he doesn't get anything from that game, but you never know. And bringing in Gibbs White, who has Southampton at home. So yeah, that is my transfer plans for my 1 free transfer.
Okay, interesting. Obviously, going for Gibbs White as a big differential. I do like taking a punt on a Man City player though this week. If I could take a differential pick, 10 die. All right, lads, would you pick? Oh, who would you bench between McAllister, Isak, and Trippier? Trippier has Arsenal. Isak has Trippier and Isak obviously have Arsenal, and McAllister has
Everton.
That's a tough one.
It is tough because McAllister comes off of a goal from a penalty against Man United. So Brighton do get quite a couple of penalties here and there.
I wouldn't want to bench McAllister, especially as a differential, because you saw last week, Jordan, what he can do to your rank if he scores.
Absolutely. He can damage the rank very much. He's basically like Haaland in defence, pretty much.
No, I mean like McAllister, sorry. If he scores...
Oh, McAllister.
Then you saw it. When McAllister scores, he gets you a big green arrow because he's so low owned. Especially, it depends what your rank is.
It does.
7.8%.
Yeah, he's 7.8% owned. So yeah, he's a massive differential, especially when he's that low owned as a Brighton asset.
Yeah, he's on pens. Everton aren't great, so I would be worried to bench McAllister if I had him. I'd be tempted to play him, if I'm being honest. Isak, obviously, you don't really want to bench him. It could be a way where you bench Trippier, which sounds mad, but I don't know.
It is going to be risky, but I'll probably do that. Bench Trippier.
Are you playing McAllister this week, or are you not playing him?
He's on the bench for me this week. He's on the first team bench. I think it's just in case De Bruyne doesn't play, then obviously McAllister can come on for him. But yeah, I'm a bit tedious of benching McAllister.
Cheers, lads. I have Rashford, Odegaard, Salah, and Mitoma. Yeah, you've got good midfield. That's the problem. I don't have that issue. If you look at my team, I don't have that strong of a bench. I've got Shaw, Botman, and Greenwood.
Couldn't you bench Odegaard?
Possibly. Then Odegaard did score 2 goals coming off a double-digit haul as well against Chelsea.
Because it is tough to score against Newcastle at home. Statistically, they don't really let in many goals when they play at home at Newcastle. Hence my reason why you could bench Odegaard instead and play McAllister.
Yeah, could do. Colm says, do we know how many games you have to play to get a Premier League winners medal? As someone said, that was the reason for playing Ortega. I'm not sure how true that is, though. I believe you have to play... I think if you're part of the squad, I don't know how many minutes you need to play. I thought if you're part of the squad, of the 25-man squad, you get a medal regardless of how many minutes you play. But I'm not sure. If anyone knows in the chat, let us know. But yeah, I also know that someone said 5 or 6 games, but I don't know. Hi, guys. Thoughts on these moves? Wilson in for Tony and Mahrez in for Gakpo. I like Wilson in, especially ahead of next week when he's got a double. I don't know what your thoughts are on Gakpo, Jordan, because I think I would like to hold Gakpo if I had him. I know Brentford aren't the easiest of teams. Gakpo was benched, wasn't he, in the last game? But that's more due to, I think, giving Darwin a chance. Darwin wasn't great, I don't think. Again, I know Darwin did win the penalty, but I expect Gakpo to come back in. And I think Gakpo is a really good pick, guys. He did get 2 assists as well against Tottenham for the 8-pointer. Before that, he did score for the 10-pointer he got against West Ham. He got another 10-pointer against Leeds. His ownership 6.3%, very low owned. I would be holding Gakpo personally, but look, Man City, that scoreline could be anything against Leeds. So Mahrez does tempt me as well, or Foden, etc. if we get early team news. So yeah, look, I like Gakpo, so it's hard to say. What would you do, Jordan, if you're in this predicament?
I'd probably hold on to Gakpo myself as well. I just think with Mahrez, it's a bit of a. It's the reasoning for doing this move is in case Haaland is benched, because obviously Mahrez is on penalties too. Is that maybe the reason why you've decided to go for that move as well? But if you haven't, then I'd probably just have Gakpo instead of taking out Mahrez, unless there's someone else you could take him out for to bring in Mahrez, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I'd probably want Gakpo in my team still.
Also, it depends on team news. If we get news that Mara is going to start and then Foden, etc., yeah, they do become attractive to bring in. Nice one, lads. Appreciate it. Great, good stream. Thank you for your comment, Tendai. And yeah, guys, make sure you do, as always, drop a like on the video, and then also, if you can, please do subscribe as well. Back to my team. Obviously, I'm gonna roll, I think, this week. I don't feel like I need to make any moves. I'm quite happy playing Salah. I'm quite excited for Salah at home to Brentford. He's on penalties again, so I'm happy to hold. Grealish is the one. I can't even. Can I afford Grealish to anyone else? I don't think I can go. I mean, I got 0.4, so I can't do Grealish to Foden, can I? But yeah, Foden, I can't bring him in. And then Mahrez. Could do Mahrez, actually. I could do Grealish to Mahrez if I want. If I hear, obviously, Grealish is benched. But I don't know if I do that because in Game Week 36, Game Week 37, there's another double, isn't there? With Man City, and Mahrez will probably be unlikely to play both in that one. But I still feel like I need to do something different as well, because a lot of my team I feel like is kind of template now. March, Matoma, Rashford, Salah. I don't have a big differential in my team. My biggest differential is Botman, and he's on the bench. So I want to do something different. So if I do here, Foden or Mahrez, I should say, because I can't afford Foden, it would be tempting, especially at my rank, 351k, to bring one of those City guys in. Even Alvarez, Watkins to Alvarez. If I hear Alvarez starts, it's tempting. Let us know, guys, what you think. Who will you be bringing in for this game week? And we will keep an eye out, as always, for the team selection. For the team leaks. Is getting Rashford in this week a good move, or wait till next week and do it for free? Jordan, what would you do with Rashford?
I'll definitely want to bring him in as ASAP. If you haven't got Rashford, then yeah, I would be worried because he's very
West Ham
high.
away though.
Yeah, West Ham away has been a tricky fixture in terms of Man City. It wasn't easy for Man City to break down West Ham in the first half, in the last game week. But with the change in team for West Ham, you expect Man United to push for that, obviously those 3 points and win the game. And obviously Rashford is a key component to the goals for Man United, and I do expect him to either score or get an assist in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably want to bring Rashford in this game week.
For a hit, I'm not sure I'd do it personally. Rashford has 2 goals. Rashford had 2 Premier League goals in his last 9 games. So he's 2 goals in the last 2 months in the Prem. So he has slowed down a bit more, Rashford, in recent weeks. Or he has had an injury as well. In between that, where he did come back, he got kind of rushed back. But if it's for a hit, I would wait personally. I think you can. I'd rather be targeting a Man City midfielder and taking a risk, especially if you're chasing, which I assume you are. Or let me know if you are, because I'd be tempted with someone like Foden or Mahrez just because of the upside that they can get double-digit haul with such low ownership and help you climb up the rank. But yeah, I agree with Colm here. -4s for Rashford. I'm not sure I'd go there. But yeah. All right. So have you done your move, Jordan? Are you going to make your move now, or?
I'm going to make a move soon. I think I'm going to do it at 1 o'clock, so half an hour before the deadline stream.
Mhm.
Just yeah, I'll leave it for another 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. And obviously, De Bruyne, what happens if he's benched? Who do you have coming in? Is it
McAllister?
McAllister? Okay, that's not a bad sub.
Let me just switch to my other screen. I can show you. Yeah, McAllister's there if De Bruyne isn't going to start in that Leeds game. He should do, though, to get some minutes. But yeah, McAllister's there just in case. And I'm not too worried about.
Are you not worried that De Bruyne gets benched potentially, but he comes on for like a 1 point now or plays 20 minutes, etc.? Or would you not rather have 90 minutes of McAllister?
This is true. But then what if McAllister is benched and Zerbi decides to rest him?
It could do. We've seen it happen, but it would be unlikely, I think. I mean, they did play actually on Thursday, innit? Against Man United, so there is a slight possibility. Never know.
We could see rotation again from Zerbi, as he rotated March last game week as well, who's played quite a lot of football. He's played 32 appearances this football season. So yeah, I was surprised March wasn't benched sooner. But yeah, there is that rotation that does. It's not sure who's going to start at this moment in time.
Should I bench March? Says Hamza. Depends what your rest of your midfield is. I'm playing March. Let's take a look at my team. I think Everton at home for Brighton is a very good fixture. So I wouldn't want to bench any Brighton player, really. If he doesn't start, then you might come on for some minutes and hopefully he can get something. Well, I'm starting March. I think that's a reply to the comment. But yeah, look, Everton at home, again, we mentioned Brighton are playing really well. Scoring a lot of goals as well. They've just beat Man United, obviously. And they should have scored a lot more than that 1-0 win in that game. I thought Brighton were a lot better than Man United in that second half. So yeah, look, I wouldn't be mentioning any Brighton player right now. Chief says, what do you reckon about Alvarez as a punt with City playing in UCL midweek? Yeah, this is a good question because City do play Real Madrid on Tuesday, so I think Alvarez will get minutes, whether that's as a sub or whether he starts alongside Haaland. But it's hard to say without team news, and I'm hoping we get some team news. But it looks like Haaland's going to start, so Alvarez becomes less attractive if Haaland starts, which we expect. But if we hear both are starting, then I would be tempted to get Alvarez in. I think Alvarez is a great differential if he starts. Just take a look at Alvarez's ownership as well, because I don't think that many people will have him anyway. I think it is only 3%, so it's very low owned if you get Alvarez in, and I would be tempted to bring him in if I knew he started, but I don't think that will be the case. You could, if you're looking for a Man City player, Chief, you could go for Mahrez or Foden. One of those type plays. But again, hopefully in the next 15, 20 minutes, we hear some team news. But yeah, just getting some static off you, Jordan.
Sorry.
I'm just getting some static off your microphone or something. Yeah, it's all right. But you're on mute though, aren't you?
Yeah, it auto mutes when I pull the aux cable out.
Okay. Who do you guys follow for the league team news? I mean, on Twitter, there's that guy, Team News and Ticks. I think at Team News and Ticks, and he's usually one that sometimes leaks team news. So yeah, I'd suggest following him. Roberto the Hornet, assuming you're a Watford fan. Hi there, guys. Got 2 free transfers and 3 options. Okay, so Kepa Watkins to De Gea Alvarez, or Grealish Watkins to Fernandes Mahrez Foden Greenwood, or Botman Watkins to Ake Wilson. Interesting, because first of all, it's very hard to say to bring Alvarez in until we hear team news, which we, as of now, I haven't heard any team news about Alvarez starting. So I can't suggest bringing Alvarez in because I don't expect Alvarez to play as of now. Mahrez is tempting for me if you're chasing again and you need to make up ranks because there's only 4 game weeks left. And if you don't go different, you're not really going to climb too much rank if your team's template. What would you do in this with this question, Jordan? Because I'm actually not that sure. Because
I'd like to do the bottom move, Botman, Watkins to Ake and Wilson, because both those players you're bringing in have doubles coming up as well. Wilson in 36, and then obviously Man City in 37. So you'll set up for those 2 double game weeks that Ake and Wilson do both have, and obviously bringing in doubles this part of the season with Wilson as well. He's a little bit different, and Ake is too.
Yeah,
you can see rank gains from those 2 if they are to obviously get points.
Also, you expect Ake to play today. Wilson, again, we mentioned he's going to be top of the priority looking into game week 26, game week 36. And I think the bottom one could be the way, bringing in Ake and Wilson. Wilson does have a tougher fixture this week, though, against Arsenal. But that could be a good game for Newcastle, the way they're playing at home as well. They're very strong, aren't they, Newcastle at home? So
yeah, very strong. And Wilson is also on penalty. So if Arsenal manage to obviously concede a penalty, then Wilson will take it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, good luck to you, Roberto, as well for Gameweek 35. Anything else really? I mean, the rest of the team looks fine. I mean, it seems like a bit of a boring week in terms of FPL. Like, what moves can we actually make? Because we don't really want to get rid of our Brighton assets because they double next week, right?
Yeah, back-to-back doubles, actually.
Yeah, back-to-back, sorry. Man United double, so we don't want to take out Rashford. You probably don't want to take out Salah if you own him because he's got a nice home game against Brentford, so you just keep him. And you know he's nailed to play 90 minutes. Grealish, possibly. You could take out if he gets benched. Estupiñán, again, you don't really want to get rid of him. With the Trent is fine. Trippier is fine as well for next week as well. So I feel like this is a week where a lot of people might roll the move. A lot of managers. Let us know, guys. Are you rolling as well? Or are you making a move this week? Because I feel like a lot of managers are rolling this week. All right. It is now half an hour left, pretty much till the deadline.
Right, I think it is time to make my transfers in that case, because I don't want to leave it too late. So let me just switch to the other screen. So yeah, let me just make the transfers. So Joelinton out and Gibbs White in for 1 free transfer. So let me just confirm that. And I'll just go to the other slide.
All right, you've done that then.
Yeah, Gibbs White in, Joelinton out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we are ready to.
Are you keeping Gibbs White for longer term? Like, what's his fixtures like? Obviously, he's got Southampton this week. What's he got? Would you be playing him next week and the week after, or it's more for because we've got Chelsea, Arsenal as well coming up?
It's just more for this week. I think it's just a 1 week punt because he's less than 1% owned, more than Gibbs White, and he does come off of 3 returns. Even Liverpool, they got a 12-pointer, even though Nottingham Forest lost. A 7-pointer against Brighton, where he scored a goal, and he got an assist against Brentford. Even though they still lost, Morgan White still gets these points. So against Southampton, you would think he gets something from this game.
Yeah, it could pay off, especially if you're chasing as well and you want to bring a differential in under 1% ownership. Then it could pay off big time if he scores. So it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. Regards back to my team, I mean, I don't think I'm doing anything unless I hear City news. So that's pretty much my plans. I'm on Twitter right now. Actually, I'm gonna check if there is anything else. Any news? Okay. Team News and Tix has just tweeted saying Man City team news in 20 minutes time. So he's saying 1:20.
Oh, it's
It's
leaving it
leaving it
really
late.
close. Yeah, you know what's going to happen.
It's gonna crash for
Yeah,
sure.
10 minutes before deadline, when you hear the team news of Man City, and if it's a shock of a team news, then yeah, you do expect crashes to happen.
I am worried about Grealish potentially getting benched because he played both double game week fixtures. And then again, Leeds, you expect Grealish to play against Man City being that big game. So if you've got
Yeah,
Grealish, then might get benched.
He has played quite a lot of football consecutively though. He's played like 12 matches in a row, or
Yeah,
started 12 matches.
yeah. Grealish has nailed down that left wing spot. He's now Pep's preferred person and will play on the left now, I think. Um, so yeah, there is a slight chance Grealish could get benched. So make sure you guys have a decent bench, I guess, first order in case. He could come on though. Even if he does get benched, I'd expect him to be subbed on. But yeah, it looks like the FPL website will probably crash now because of this 1:20 Man City team news that's going to come out.
Hopefully not. For those who are waiting for the team news for Man City to come out and waiting for you to make your transfers for that, which
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to wait for that to actually happen.
Also, we've just hit 800 subscribers. So thank you to everyone that has just subscribed today, and also our older subscribers have been with us since day one or whenever you subscribe. Thank you guys all. We appreciate it, your support. So hopefully here's to 900 subs. And yeah, thank you guys. As always, we appreciate all the support since we've started the channel. But yeah. Okay, so let's actually do a bit. Let's look at the fixtures now because I think we've been on this. We're not. I mean, you've made your move. I'm gonna roll. It looks like. So let's do a bit of score predictions and see what the fixtures look like. Obviously, being a later deadline, um, gives us more time to think. Hold on, I'm gonna stop my screen. All right, bear with us for a sec, guys. We also got Colm. Says congratulations, guys. Yeah, thank you, Com. As always, we appreciate your support. Always, big thank you. You've been with us for pretty much near the start. So yeah, appreciate all of it. Like all the support you show us means a lot. But yeah, Jordan, there is some scores to predict as well. There is actually 4 3 o'clock fixtures, and Man City v Leeds will be on TV, which is obviously a surprise. It's not usually on TV because of in the UK of the blackout rule. So yeah, let's look at Bournemouth and Chelsea first up. How do you see that one going? Obviously, Chelsea, since Lampard has come in, he's not won a game. I think he's lost 7 out of 7, or 6 out of 6, something like that. Do you see Chelsea getting something, or how do you see this going?
I really don't see it going Chelsea's way, if I'm honest. And it is frightening that they still could possibly be relegated if they don't win the rest of their matches. So that'd be quite a shock if that was to happen. But I think the way this is going to go, I think Bournemouth are actually going to win this game. And I think Solanke is going to play a massive part in this match, especially for this win that I'm going to predict. And I'm probably going to go with 3-1 Bournemouth.
Ooh,
And
3-1 Bournemouth.
Yeah, and I think Solanke is going to really have a good game, I think, against Chelsea.
I mean, Solanke is a former Chelsea player, so he used to be in the Chelsea Youth Academy when he was very young. So yeah, Solanke, former Chelsea, can he come back to haunt them? Possibly. Hard to say. I'm gonna go for a win, I think, as well. Bournemouth win, which might sound mad, but I think Chelsea, they're not playing good right now. They are struggling a lot. It seems like some of the players are not playing for the manager or whatever you want to say. The tactics don't seem right. They just don't seem like a good unit right now. So I'm going to say 2-1 Bournemouth. It could be 1-1, but I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth. And yeah, I think Chelsea's misery will continue. I have actually seen somewhere that Chelsea can't get relegated because of the way the fixtures stack up. Like Leeds, etc., have to play Man City. And so I've seen that. But Chelsea, they're still only on 39 points, which is mad when you think about it, with the money they've spent as well. So yeah, I Bournemouth 2-1, why not? Moving on to Man City against Leeds. Haaland should start this one. Haaland's on 35 goals for the season as well. How do you see this one going, Jordan?
Well, I think we all know how this one's going to obviously go down. It just depends on how big the score is going to be. I'm going to go with 4-1 Man City. I think it's going to be a massive scoreline. They'll probably finish that game by the half time.
Also, I don't know if you saw the comments. Obviously, Leeds have a new manager. Obviously, Sam Allardyce is now in charge of Leeds. And he came out and maybe a bit arrogantly has said that he doesn't believe Pep, Klopp, and Arteta are better than him. He thinks he's just as good as Pep as a manager, which is baffling to say the least about Sam Allardyce coming out and saying that. But look, I love Sam Allardyce anyway. But look, I don't see him doing anything, if I'm being honest. I think Man City will comfortably win this one. I'll be surprised if they don't. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Sam Allardyce, how he shapes Leeds up. Does he sit, and sit and park the bus, or it's going to be interesting. So, but yeah, look, I expect it comfortable Man City. I'm gonna go Man City 5-0. Is Ederson starting?
Well, if he is, I don't expect a clean sheet.
Yeah, so if Ederson's starting, I'm going 5-1 because you know what Ederson's going to do. He's going to concede somehow after they'll probably have one shot and it will concede it. So yeah, if Ederson starts, I'm going 5-1. If Ortega plays, I'm going 5-0. Moving on to Spurs and Crystal Palace. How do you see this one going?
Well, this could go either way, this one. This is one of those fixtures that could be a massive scoreline before both teams. I'm going to go for a Spurs win because I think they can win at home. I think
Spurs win.
Yeah, I think Spurs need a win. They haven't had a win for a while. I'm going to go 3-1. I think Spurs.
Ooh, interesting. I'm going to go with what Colm says. I think the 2-2 with I can see there being goals in this for some reason. Look, Eze, Elise, the Harry Kane's there. Hopefully, he's still quite highly owned, so he could hurt the rank. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-2 draw for Spurs and Palace. I think there could be goals. Just pausing our predictions for a sec. There's some comments that we've missed. Hold or sell De Bruyne for Salah for a hit. It's for a -4. De Bruyne to Salah. Would you do it?
If I was captaining Salah for this hit, then yes. I think it's only worth it if you're going to captain the player you're going to take the hit for. And if that is for Salah, then yeah, I'd probably captain him for the hit to make it count.
I'm not sure I'd do it if I had De Bruyne to Salah, because I think if you were going to bring Salah in, it was for last week for Gameweek 36 when you had the double. Now, single game week against Brentford. Liverpool don't have any more doubles coming up either. Even though Liverpool do have nice single game weeks, I'm not sure I'd do it this week. I'll just pray De Bruyne starts or take De Bruyne out for someone like Mahrez or Foden. Depending at 120, we should get some team news. To be honest, I hope Haaland benched because they won't know about the leak and captain Haaland, and I will captain Salah. By the way, Haas, can you ask Liverpool to keep a clean sheet this week? Thanks. Yeah, I'll tell Klopp. But look, yeah, if Haaland is benched, then yeah, I think Salah would be my captain as well. But I don't think that game is going to be easy for Liverpool. Brentford, I know Brentford haven't been as good in recent weeks compared to their earlier form in the season, but it's still going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be a tight game. Liverpool might nick it by the odd goal. Can they keep a clean sheet? You hope so, but you never know. You never know with Liverpool this season anyway. Moving on to, who did we predict? Wolves next and Aston Villa. Can you see Ollie Watkins firing again? He had a few blanks in recent weeks. Or do you think Wolves get something?
I mean, it should be a good game for Aston Villa as well to bounce back in, as well as Ollie Watkins, because they have been on a bit of a drought now with the loss to Man United.
Aston Villa won last game, didn't they? Did it? No, they lost to United, I think.
Yeah, they lost 1-0 to Man United, and I think they didn't win the last match before that either.
No, they won 1-0. Remember, Tyrone Mings got the 1-0 win.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, but yeah, I expect Watkins to now bounce back in terms of returns because he has blanked in 3 game weeks. So this is a good game against Wolves too for him to get something in again. And considering he's been transferred out a lot, I hope he does get something from this game. I do predict Aston Villa win away, and I'm gonna go with 3-1 Aston Villa.
I'm gonna go for 2-1 Aston Villa. So I think it'll be a bit closer than that. But yeah, let's see. I think Watkins, if you've got Watkins here and you've held him on to this long, hopefully he can return for us. I'm one of those owners. And yeah, Aston Villa are chasing that European spots now. Emery's doing a good job. Can they finish off now and then have a good end of the season? We'll see. I'm moving on to the final game today, and that is Liverpool at home to Brentford. Liverpool are now on 5 Premier League wins in a row, which is the best they've managed to do all season. Maybe too little, too late. But nonetheless, it does look a bit more positive for Liverpool going towards, into next season. How do you see this one going? Because Brentford, I'm taking a look at Brentford and how they've done in recent weeks. Because they've had a few disappointing results, haven't they, Brentford?
And they have dropped off a bit, Brentford. But it hasn't
Looking at
stopped.
Their last fixture. They won 2-1 against Forest. Actually, they've won the last 2. So, but before that, they hadn't won until game week 27. So they beat Chelsea, they beat Forest. They did draw to Villa, but they did lose to United, Newcastle, Wolves. Game week 29, game week 30, and game week 31. So they've only got, I think, 2 wins in their last 8. Yeah, 8. 2 wins in the last 8. But 2 wins back-to-back nonetheless. So, there's a lot of draws here. 1-1 says Hamza. Colm is going for 2-2 with the draw. Do you think it will be a draw or?
No, I don't think it'll be a draw. I think Liverpool can get the win. Brentford may be able to try and upset, obviously, Liverpool, but it is at Anfield. And Liverpool are really strong at Anfield. It's sort of like a magic. As I've said before with Anfield, even if Brentford are winning in the game, Liverpool always find a way to get the win back from them or in the most dire minutes. Like we saw with Jota getting the winning goal in that game that they did play. And yeah, I can see a Liverpool win for this one. I'm going to go with an interesting score for this. I'm going to go 3-2 Liverpool.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think Liverpool, obviously, we've seen Liverpool's home form is a lot better than their away form. Their away form hasn't been that good this season. I think that's why they're where they are. But because it's at home, because they've just won 5 in a row, I'm going to go Liverpool to get 6 wins in a row. But I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it's a 2-1 win. Hopefully Liverpool can win. Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I hope we can get the job done. But yes, it's going to be a tough game. And that's Saturday's fixtures out the way. Pretty much. We have 2 fixtures on Sunday. Let's start. Big one, you'd say. 2 teams in the top 4. Arsenal, very unlikely they win the league now. Newcastle, can they cement that 3rd place? Man United are crawling over the line now for the top 4 spot. Man United, it looks like, there's a point where Man United would get 3rd, but it looks like now Newcastle might get 3rd. So how do you see Newcastle, Arsenal going? Because this is going to be a tough game for Arsenal, surely.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive test for Arsenal, but they have sort of bounced back their last game that they did win. I think they would want to still win if there is a slight chance they can come back into this title race with Man City. But it is looking less and less as each game goes where Man City do win. So I am actually going to go with a draw for this one. I'm going to go with 2-2, I think.
Oh, 2-2.
Yeah, I think 2-2.
Interesting. Okay. Where do I see Newcastle, Arsenal? You know what? I'm going to be different. I'm going to predict the Newcastle win. I think Newcastle win against Arsenal. I'm going to go for 2-1 Newcastle. I think Isak or Wilson will have a good game. I don't expect Arsenal obviously to keep a clean sheet because Arsenal have conceded goals in recent weeks. And Newcastle, as we said, are very strong at home. They're having a good season. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I've said it for a couple of weeks now that I've always thought this game is gonna be tough for Arsenal, so I'm gonna predict a 2-1 win for Newcastle. Moving on to Sunday's West Ham and Man United fixture, and surprisingly, it's a 7 o'clock game. So we're probably gonna go live at 9 p.m. on Sunday for the knee jerk because obviously it's a later kickoff on Sunday. So that should be a good one. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any content because we are going to go live, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out. Obviously, tomorrow's stream will be 9 o'clock UK time. West Ham, Man United. Interestingly, how do you see this one going? Because this game could be interesting.
Yeah, as we saw against Man City, it was hard to break down West Ham. And if Man City are having trouble breaking them down, I imagine Man United are going to have similar problems. But they'll still want to push and solidify their top 4 spot. Otherwise, they may lose out on it to another team like Liverpool if they are to win. So I'm going to go for Man United win. And it won't be an easy win, definitely. I'm going to go with 2-1 Man United.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I'm going to... Obviously, we spoke about Man United struggling. Man United are crawling over the line now. They've made... I don't think Liverpool will get top 4. I think Liverpool... they've left it too little, too late, I think. And I know it's only 4 points that separate them. And Man United do have a game in hand, but I'm going to actually predict West Ham to get something. I think it's going to be a draw. So I believe West Ham will hold Man United to a 1-1. I think I'm not been convinced with Man United in recent weeks, especially with their lack of goal threat. With Martial, I just don't think he's good enough. Rashford, obviously, is the main man. And when he doesn't score, I feel like Man United do struggle for goals. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 1-1 draw. Even though, look, I said Man United will get top 4. But I still think West Ham with David Moyes going back to United, I just think you might get a point. So yeah, I'll go draw. Moving on to Monday, got a few more fixtures. 3 games on Monday. Bank holiday, obviously. Fulham at home to Leicester. First up. How do you see it going?
This is one of those games where it's Leicester fight for relegation, and Fulham without Mitrovic still, and Andreas as well. I'm going to see a Leicester win in this one, I think, and I'm going to go with 2-1 Leicester.
2-1 Leicester.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for... I think I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here. I think Leicester might drop points. I'm not impressed with Leicester recently. Obviously they need to win, obviously near the bottom. Fulham are safe, pretty much. So, yeah, I'll go for a 1-1 draw. I think they'll take a point here, Fulham. And then moving on to Brighton at home to Everton. Obviously, Brighton have just come off that win against United, last minute winner. Everton need to win. They're right down at the bottom. This is a big game for them as well. Do you see Everton winning, getting something, or?
I don't see Everton winning. I think Brighton needs to get this win. I can see it even being high scoring. I'm going to go for 4-0 Brighton.
Damn. Sorry. Grealish is not starting, apparently. And I've got Grealish. And there's 10 minutes of deadline.
Would you like to pause and...
We might have to go to my team. But what you're predicting Fulham and Brighton and Everton, won't you?
Yeah, 4-0 Brighton.
You're going 4-0 Brighton. Okay, wow. Okay, cool. Let me just predict the Brighton Everton game. So I agree with you. I think Brighton will win, but I think it'll be 2-0 Brighton. I think it'll be a bit lower scoring. So I'm gonna go for 2-0. Also, does anyone know if Foden is it's not Foden, sorry. Who was it? Who was I gonna bring in? Mahrez. Is Mahrez starting? Grealish is not in the starting 11 according to people.
Henderson starts.
According to FPL Twitter. I knew Grealish wouldn't start because he's played both in the double game week, which makes me think. Yeah, Edison starts. I mean, I didn't think Ortega would start, if I'm being honest. Look, I am tempted to bring in another Man City asset. All right, Jordan. Time to share my screen because this is last minute tinkering going on. Grealish is not starting, so that means he probably has to go, right? Mahrez starts as well, apparently. Ooh, apparently Alvarez starts.
Interesting.
Damn. And apparently John Stones is dropped to the bench. That's interesting. John Stones benched.
You do expect him to come on though and play a few minutes.
What the hell do I do? I don't know what to do now. Because I was going to bring in... I could just play... I could just play Luke Shaw and then bring Alvarez in. Actually, no, I can't do that, can I? Hold on.
No, because you...
If I take Grealish out... Man City... I could bring Mahrez in right now. And that's the sort of punt I need to... Ownership 4.7%. He's playing Leeds. 2 assists in his last 2 games. I think Mahrez might have to be the one I bring in, guys. Mahrez or Alvarez? Who are you guys bringing in? I've got to do it quick as well, haven't I?
Yes. Bearing in mind, it is really slow now, the website.
Oh, I don't know who to bring in. Hold on, let me see this guy's Instagram. Because it was on Instagram, wasn't it?
Brian says, surely Edison gets a clean sheet. You know what, Brian? I am not certain on Edison. I thought I was keen on Edison when I brought him in, but yeah, it hasn't been that great, if I'm honest, in terms of clean sheets for him. He did concede to Southampton, who are bottom of the table, I believe. So
apparently De Bruyne starts, Jordan.
Oh, that's good news. If De Bruyne starts, that's very good.
Do you reckon? Yeah, De Bruyne starts.
I like
that. Then I don't think Thing will start then. Alvarez.
But yeah, we have to see Brian if he gets a clean sheet. Fingers crossed.
Someone let me know about Mahrez. Mahrez starts. I've not seen about any news about Mahrez.
Afternoon, Padrino.
Okay, I mean, this is a bit of a pickle. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm bringing Mahrez in. I've got nothing to lose. My rank is not great, as where it's not great. It's not where I want it to be. So I'm gonna be different. I'll probably take a hit next week. Well, not next week, the week after, to get rid of Mahrez again when he's got a double. But I'm gonna make the move. So I'm gonna take Grealish out for Mahrez for free. Because otherwise I'd have to play Luke Shaw, which I don't really want to do. I don't think. Would you play Luke Shaw, Jordan, against West Ham?
Yeah, I'll play him.
Or would you take that risk if you're in my position?
I'd probably take the risk if I was in your position because you have pretty much a template team and I'd want to go different with a differential like Mahrez to get ranked.
You sold me. I was going to do it anyway, but yeah, I have to be different, like I said.
Yeah, because the team's pretty much template with the rest of it. No one really low owned apart from bottom.
Yeah, Mahrez is the one now. There you go, guys. I didn't expect to make this move. But Mahrez, he's come into my team. It looks like Alvarez is going to get benched because KDB is going to play. So if KDB is going to play, then we probably expect Alvarez to start on the bench. They're not going to play KDB, Haaland, and Mahrez and Alvarez. So as far as I'm aware, Alvarez won't start. So there's so much team news. As far as I'm aware, Haaland starts, KDB starts, Mahrez starts, Edison starts, Grealish benched. And Stones benched, I should say. If I didn't mention Stones. Yeah, Stones benched as well. So there's quite a bit of rotation for Man City, which we did say is going to happen because Champions League.
And there's 4 minutes to go for a deadline. El Padrino says Haaland probably won't even get 60 minutes knowing Pep. That's true, Padrino. He probably won't, but it won't. It won't surprise me if he does score within those 60 minutes. He's done it in 3 minutes and come off of that amount of time. So that's the power of Haaland. You can score at any minute, even if he doesn't play 90-minute football.
Mm-hmm. Mark also said Trippier or Shaw. I think I'm going Trippier because he's got the home fixture. Got in Wilson and Mahrez. Masterclass, please. Yeah, look, Mahrez. I'll be cheering Mahrez on in that one. Hopefully that he can get us something. And Wilson, yeah, I think it's a good move as well. Will Alvarez or Foden take the Grealish spot? I think Foden will. I probably think Foden will. Well, that's interesting. Definitely. I was meant to roll as well. Here's me doing last minute move. I'd love nothing more than a Mahrez hat trick now.
Out of curiosity, can you still afford a Newcastle asset in the next game week?
Oh,
that you wanted?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because let's go transfers. So I'll take out Watkins, which leaves me 7.8. Wilson is 7 million.
Okay.
Isak is 6.9. So I'll definitely could bring either Wilson or Isak when I sell Watkins. Let's say it's Wilson. That'll be my move next week. Do 0.8. So I can't get to what you're gonna do, or you're doing what you're doing, Wilson and Isak.
Yeah.
I can't get to that.
Yeah, both of them.
I could take a -4 to get to a midfielder, a Newcastle midfielder. Actually, no, I can't. Sorry, my bad. I've got Trippier and Botman. So I got triple Newcastle anyway. So I can't. Also, you've sold. You've sold one.
Joel Linton.
Yeah. So look, I'm probably going to bring Wilson in and pray Newcastle keep back-to-back clean sheets against Leeds and Brighton. I play double defense. But even though I'd probably prefer having double attack, but look, it's what it is, I guess. Yeah, I'll have to think about that, but it probably will be Wilson for me, I think. Let's see how they do against Arsenal anyway.
Yeah, because there's always a chance maybe there's an injury that turns obviously the moves.
Yeah.
There's only a few seconds left now before the deadline is over, so hopefully you guys have made your moves before obviously it ends. And
there's 1 minute left, guys.
Yeah, the website has held up considering.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. So it's a good job on the website.
Okay, my team is done. Bench order, everything's done, so I can't mess that one up.
Yeah, same here. You're good to go. And deadline is over.
Oh, deadline's over, right?
Yeah, it is 1:30.
1:30. Okay, cool. That is it, guys. Deadline is up. Also, if anyone cares about Chelsea news, apparently Mudryk and Madueke start. Not that I think anyone has any Chelsea assets.
I think the most owned one is Kepa.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's it. I'm just looking at anything else. Lot of trolling going on Twitter. People are saying random things about players not starting, etc. Alvarez is an interesting one. A lot of people have bought Alvarez in, and 50% of people I've seen saying Alvarez isn't starting. 50% I've seen saying hey, he's starting. I thought Alvarez was benched. People have bought Alvarez in last minute.
That's going to be a interesting one once the official lineup comes. If he isn't going to start,
That would be mad if Alvarez doesn't start and all those people have bought him in.
it's like all those people that transferred out Kevin De Bruyne. Look what's happened now. He's starting.
Yeah.
The elite lineups, and 270,000 FPL managers transferred out Kevin De Bruyne, and now are probably regretting that decision, knowing he's going to start.
Yep. Going to be interesting. Well, we will get Man City lineup in half an hour, won't we?
Yeah, we'll get the official confirmed lineup. But it's probably as we have heard it from leaked lineups.
But there's leaked ones. Alvarez is 50-50. There's people saying Alvarez is not going to start. There's people saying Alvarez is going to start.
Maybe that one's a iffy one.
All right. Anyway. All right. What were we going to do? We're going to predict the last minute scores.
Yeah.
Hamza also says, take care, guys. Love the stream. Yeah, take care. Also, if you guys are in the stream still and you're still watching, make sure you do smash the like button if you enjoyed the stream so far. Make sure you also hit the like, obviously, as I said, and subscribe, guys. All right, we've got to predict the score, though, haven't we?
Yeah, for the last fixture, I think we have.
Yep. So we've got Forest and Southampton left to predict. I'll let you start. How do you think this one's going to go?
Well, yeah, I think it's going to go Nottingham Forest way. Hopefully, because I've got Gibbs White as a differential in this game week. And Southampton have struggled, and they are playing away to Nottingham Forest. So I'm going to go with 3-1 Nottingham Forest.
3-1?
Yeah, and hopefully Gibbs White scores or gets something from that game.
Okay. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Forest win. I think Forest will probably win at home. Southampton are pretty much nailed on to go down as well now. But yeah, 2-1 Forest. And I think that's how it will go. So that is it from us. The score predictions are out the way, guys. Our transfers are locked. I bought in Mahrez, very low owned. So it's a bit of differential. Jordan's bought in, obviously, Gibbs White, which is another big differential as well. So we'll see how that goes if it works out our punts. And yeah, that is it from both of us. I think we're going to wrap it up here, Jordan.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it.
Also want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has watched the stream. We will be back, Sunday or tomorrow at 9 p.m. UK time, because the Man United game kicks off at 7. It won't finish till 9. So we'll go live straight after Man United have finished against West Ham. Make sure you do tune in. Make sure you are subscribed. We've just hit 800 subs, as I mentioned earlier on. So thank you to all the new subscribers and the ones that have been with us from day one. We appreciate all your support as always. And yeah, enjoy the football. Enjoy the bank holiday weekend as well. Obviously, Monday we get off as well. And yeah, good luck to everyone for your Gameweek 35. Hopefully, you get the green arrows, and hopefully, we'll all have a solid, end to the season. There's only a couple game weeks left now. Every point counts. Every hit counts now. So make sure you get your moves plan now and what you're gonna do. But yeah, that's it from us. Anything else you want to add, Jordan?
Yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for reaching another milestone. 800 subscribers. It's a huge, massive milestone, closer to the 1,000 that we're trying to get to. So thank you for the support you've given us through this time, and obviously have a great bank holiday weekend and enjoy the football, and hopefully you do well in this game week 35. But take care, and we'll see you in the deadline stream.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, guys, and take care.